Hey yeah peeps, welcome back to episode 9 of Mermaid Adventures. This time around, as you saw earlier, we have one C20 done, others soon to follow. Anyway, private zones were launched during this period, and speaking of period, this was sometime in June or July of 2022. We gave the private zones a shot, and I must say it was pretty alright, especially when you have people trying to grief you. Although I think he fed himself the first time, but later he came back. I got too close to him, got grabbed, and I had to escape after. Then afterwards we just spent the rest of the grind there in the private zone, so as you can see, it's pretty handy. The next day we went for a bit of a node war in Silvia. Our usual shotcutter wasn't there, so it was a pretty quiet node war. And it was also scripted, so we kinda just gave to the node after. More scripted stuff were to follow later that week. We did our castle defense. In all honesty, this was our first castle defense attempt, and I think it went quite okay, all things considered. We did make a few mistakes.
Don't down the gate!
Bring it up!
And we lost the first gate rather quickly. We did manage to get some offensives out with the help of our allies nearby, attacking some flags and whatnot, but ultimately it was just not meant to be and we got pushed far back. We apparently also got squeezed out of Valencia into Medaya by some of those same allies, I think. I'm not too sure what went on here, but we ended up in Medaya during the next siege. We did alright, but soon we got ganged and overwhelmed and the game became a laggy mess. Every single action you took took ages to play on screen and it was really unplayable. We did what we could in the end, but this was a lost cause to begin with. Also, we war heroed to our friends in Momo Nation for some node war fun the next day. Some key players to take note, this was the gift from our OP friends in this video. Remember these guys, Niner and Moontree? Yeah, they are super geared and they are, well, lighting up the queue feed as you can see here, and we are left alone to ponder on the reason for our existence. Anyway, it was a fun time, but really we only had 10 or so people defending and it was not going to work out anyhow. Going back to our grinds though, we gave Sork a try and spent about 8 hours trying to get our earring AP cups in one go. We did get the mats for it, but man, it was tiring. Minnesota and Nakama were also there to accompany us, and we went for a bit of a live sharing session. Anyway, we got most of what we needed at the end, so that was good. And also, during the next patch, Arena of Solare was launched. Despite the bugs in it, it was a pretty fun experience, I think. So here's a quick montage for you. Finally though, we come to this interesting siege of ours where we and another ally changed alliances. We became allies with our past enemies, and it was pretty strange to be honest, as past enemies become allies and past allies became enemies. Also, due to the sheer number of things our default shortcutter had to keep track of, the directions given for this siege was very confusing. It was a pretty bad experience for the entire alliance, like our alliance, and because of this, we had to do a bit of a role shuffles and reassigning after this siege so as to improve future wars, but that thing will come later on, next time. In any case, a pretty long siege took place, and our side was soon able to destroy their gates with only 1 minute remaining. This was quite a significant moment, I think, as you could probably hear for yourself, but this also was the moment that I think cemented the status of the new alliance of sorts. Also, a lot of new decks and whatnot came in as well. The castle holders gave up after the gate was down, and from there it became just clean up after. If I don't recall wrongly, this was also another major turning point. Lots of drama, lots of doxing also took place in the wake of this siege, as is typical of the sea region, no surprise there. Anyway, a lot of grind later, we achieved our full C20 Evasion. I must say, it felt really good to see that as a number when I got to C20 and C14 with my Kutum, as this was more or less the hard cap for armors at this point, or until Fallen God boots and gloves come out, that is. It also meant that from this point onwards, it was mainly pen accessories next, the only things that could get me more gear score at this point, as we sit at a really nice 699 GS. We needed one more GS to reach that 700 GS, and a bit of a spoiler, we did reach 700 GS after doing Fugar's Times of Success, but I kinda lost that streams footage, so I can't really show you that exact moment, but I can show you what my gears look like after. And with that, we are more or less done. It took about 2 years to get from 0 GS to now, 2020 to 2022. And if you ask me what my thoughts are, I would tell you that it feels nice, but at the same time it felt quite redundant and also quite a bit of a waste of a time, in all honesty. But anyhow, this wasn't the end of our journey, as we still have this. But that's for the next episode though, so if you enjoyed what you saw, please do drop a like or a sub, and with that, take care and goodbye. Oh, and we also had a guild anniversary during this period as well, so if you're interested, there's a link on the top right for you to take a look.
Okay, go.
Fuck my smoke. What? Why Arjun so fast? What the f?
Next time is the key here, man.
Why this lowly so fast? What the f?
Oh my god, invalid using perfume.